Hey guys, this is Poet Spice, and I am here to do this month's Christmas All Year collab. It is hosted by Scrap Passion 01. And so, we are supposed to make Christmas items all year long, and so that is what I did. I'll show you what I used. I used scrap paper from my stash, so I've got some Canvas Corp, which was from the UK, and then I've got some other little pieces. Those are from the UK as well. And then I used the My Creative Time coffee bag die. So let's turn it this way so you can see it. So I used that because I wanted to experiment, and it just came yesterday. Well, the day before I'm filming this. It just came in the mail. So I was like, yeah, I want to do this. And I wanted to do some tags, but I need to do some other things today. So we're just going to go ahead with what we did. So first of all, I made the bag. Okay. Now, I'm just going to show you this. It's not decorated, but I did use red and white because, I love that for Christmas. So here's the bag. And I used my hole puncher to put some hole punches in there, right? It's a little smaller than I thought it was going to be. Bags are always smaller than what I think they're going to be. And so you can see that here. Now, it is the type of bag that unless you score it right here, actually, you could score it this way, but if you want to store this, you cannot store it because it does not fold flat. Okay, so what you can do instead is you can go ahead and do your decorations. I put a piece of tape here just to hold it closed while, like I haven't obviously done decorations, but I did it to hold it, to put the punches there so you can see where everything lines up. And then just don't glue the bottom part. If you don't glue the bottom part, you can collapse it, and then you can just have these lined up like in a bin, or you can have them flat in a box. And so you can make a bunch of them now, decorate the outsides, and just don't glue the bottom shut. And then you can have that and a whole stash of them ready to go all seasons or whatever. It'll just be flat. Now I will show you it this way. So this was the first one I made, and like a dummy, I wasn't even thinking about it. I put the flap on the outside. So the second one I did correctly. I put it on the inside, but the first one I put down, like, oh, well, too late now. And so I did not decorate the box because I like the paper, and instead I put two little holes up there, and I have this twine, and don't ask me where I got it because I don't remember. I think it was in a kit or something. And so I just took the hole punches, and I used my Crop-A-Dile to punch it. So in case you haven't seen one, and then same with the tag. And so I just did that. I used a longer piece and wrapped it around a few times. And then I also slid this tag, which is using the dies from the coffee thing. So it has this little stamp like thing, and then one on the inside, and these are actually coffee beans. And this is what I was saying about in my haul video, which actually won't come out until after this video. But since I used polka dot paper, it kind of looks like candy or candy cane instead of coffee beans. And then I used this green layer back here, and I used the same thing. I used a green layer behind the beans. We'll call them the beans, right? And then I did this by putting a white piece of paper, gluing all this down right here to a white piece of paper, and then just undercutting it. And so then that way you still get this whole edge on the side. See, like you don't see any of the white paper, this white paper, but you still get the center because it actually cuts this out, so you don't get the, right? Now, when you put it on here, obviously it would have been green, but you can't really write on that green shiny paper. And that's like almost the last little bit of that paper. And I thought it just looked cute when you put it together. So, I mean, the tag is as big as the box. And then I did cut some rounds because I wanted to see those, but I didn't use those. I just used this. So those are the two boxes. And then I wanted to play with the little tag stampy looking thing. So I did that. So I just used this paper in reverse. You know how I do. And then this is the reverse of the tag that's on here. So you got the green with the red in the back. So that is my little Christmas little goodness for this month. And go check out all the other ladies and, just see what they did. And don't forget to play along if you would like to with the hashtag. All right, see you guys later. Thanks. Bye.